This is Act and Analyze with Maggie and Tyler. We are two best friends.
I'm an actress.
And I'm a therapist.
In Act and Analyze, you will hear us discuss all things within media and our daily lives while relating it to our lovely guests.
We want to have fun, but also learn along the way.
Everywhere around us is media. We just want to know what type of media helps you, or infuriates you, or makes you feel good.
We want to grow with you and leave you all feeling better than how we found you.
Welcome to Act and Analyze. Hey, Tyler.
Hi, Maggie.
Welcome to Act and Analyze.
Oh, welcome.
With Maggie and Tyler. With Maggie and Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
The brain fog is real over here.
Yeah, she's
We're
real.
synced up.
We're synced up.
Mm-hmm.
The earthquake
Us quaking in our boots.
had us quaking in our boots. Took you 4 hours to get here, but
It did.
alas, you're here.
Mm-hmm. But look at this gorgeous sign. Look at our new
gorgeous sign that I got for my B-Day.
Yes, for Maggie's B-Day. Maggie, your B-Day just passed. We did a little moment for me on the last episode. So why don't you give a little moment for you and how your birthday week was?
It was good. My frontal lobe is fully developed.
Mm-hmm.
I think the biggest gift that anyone has given me is I work from home now.
Yes, you do.
So that has really changed the game for my mental health and my well-being. I feel really great. Dani, my partner, and we had a beautiful night on Monday night, the day of my birth. And that was really just, we got drunk on sangritas. We hopped around Harlem. It was amazing. Early on Saturday, my dad cooked a big meal for everyone. That was so good. He made
So good.
shrimp tacos and homemade everything. Everything that you could think was homemade was homemade. He's a chef. Acts of service really. He's really beautiful at showing acts of service.
Yeah.
With his love language. And
Absolutely.
I felt really grateful for that. And I was just feeling grateful for everything, for the pod, for working from home with this new job. It's amazing. For all the love I got on my big day. So yeah, I'm feeling nice.
It's just the beginning because we're doing a little celebration tonight.
Yes.
So I feel like it's going to be a two-parter of like your update of
I'm
your birthday.
so excited.
Because we have tonight and then we have Charlotte next week.
Yes, I know. I'm so excited for Charlotte. I cannot wait to be in the mountains, to be away from the concrete.
I know, the concrete jungle. It's going to miss you though.
Yeah, and I always miss her. Whenever I go, even this past weekend when I went, I missed her.
Yeah.
Especially with Cowboy Carter coming out. I wanted to dance to her all week.
I know. I feel like in Charlotte though, they're definitely going to be playing it.
They better.
For sure. It's the South. How can they not?
How can they not?
So yeah, today we have such an amazing guest. Someone so special to us. She is an icon. She is a world traveler. She works in higher ed. She is a girly pop.
Girly pop.
Like, if you look up the definition of girly pop and girl's girl in the dictionary, it's Dani Bilder.
Yes.
So everyone,
absolutely.
Let's welcome our amazing guest, Dani Bilder.
Yay!
Well, Dani Bilder is in the building.
Building for the best.
So
Yes.
true. No, growing up, everyone, it's like, I feel like it's ingrained in like the ridges of my brain, the Bob the Builder slander.
No.
Every time. It's
Wait.
like, oh, are you related to Bob? It's like, as if that's like the first time I'm here. I'm like, oh, what a knee slap. I've heard that a million times before, but it's okay.
Oh my
So I like these like little building up quotes
Yes,
because I feel like that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see better for you
Yeah.
Than relating you to Bob.
I see beyond Bob.
The Beyond Burger of Bob. Yeah, exactly.
Zay, tell us about yourself.
Well,
Who
first-
are you?
Yes, I'm so
my God.
excited. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me. I'm just so excited. Okay, so about myself, my name is Dani. My real name is Danielle, but the close girls know that it's Dani. So yeah, and I'm just so excited to be here. This is so exciting.
Yes.
This is my first time on a podcast.
Oh my gosh.
I feel
love
excited.
it.
This feels like the right one to be the first one.
Yeah.
To me, I work at Georgian Court University, which is how Tyler and I met, and we'll get into our origin story in a few moments.
Yes.
I love traveling. I love art and music and like anything cultural. I love education, nature, just some hobbies. And I like food. I like live up to the tourists stereotype, I guess you can say. I'm just here for it.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And yeah, I'm just happy. I'm just happy to experience this with you guys. And
amazing.
yeah, so Tyler and I met almost 2 years ago now, which is crazy. But I feel like I've known you for my whole life, honestly. I feel like I've known both of you for my whole life. Yeah.
Me too.
And yeah, we met because we were both working at the university in our student success center at the college. And I just feel like the rest is her story.
Yeah.
History. But
I love that.
so thank you.
You're just such like an energetic, just magnetic person. And I don't know, I felt like we just meshed so well right away. And,
Definitely.
you're so interesting. Like I never would expect I hope that doesn't come off offensive, but like meeting you, like you're just full of so many surprises.
Yeah, I feel like there's two different types of people. There's like people who put it all out there, which I feel like I connect with those types of people because I'm more like, I'll give you all my cards, but like I'm gonna slowly like hand them to you. I'm not gonna just like put it all out there at once. I feel like you're like you put it in. I feel like both of you, honestly, like you just put it all out there, which is like
been known for that.
Yeah.
no,
There's
but
nothing
that's
to hide
inspiring.
Yeah.
It's where we were working, where it's like it's a little more like not reserved, but like what's the right word?
Pirate is interesting.
Yeah, she's a bag of mixed nuts.
Yes.
Truly.
So the first time we officially hung out, we went to Kaya's Kitchen, which is like a vegan.
Love her
restaurant.
shouting her out.
Yeah, shout out Kaya's Kitchen. Love you. And we went there and we it's BYO. So I brought Uncle Stewie's.
Oh my
So I brought, which are White Claws and then like any liquor you want.
It was just like in a water jug, like all mixed. I mean, some other White Claw.
Yeah, some loose cans and then like a seltzer bottle filled with Tito's. So
And we had talked about like hitting the town.
yeah.
Oh, we both, we all went away to college. Like now we're all home. Like we should have a night out. But the thing is, I feel like I didn't really grow up drinking a lot, I would say. I feel like that's fair to say. And like you are definitely more used to drinking and like handling yourself. So I'm just gonna leave it there. Let it continue.
So I just push all of me right onto you that night. And
Which was great.
multiple Uncle Stewie's. And we ended up getting wasted. Like we were not planning on just like this was like a wholesome dinner, get to know each other.
you
a
dinner.
little
Yeah,
more.
like, exactly.
And we go to this place, Joe's, after. And we love
Joe's.
We were
I've never been.
loitering. You're loitering outside of Staples.
There was on like a barbecue grill, just like grilling it, not actually, but like grilling and chilling. And
Just per
So we go to Joe's and
I had never been to the
I've never been
fine
to-
establishment before.
So we get there and I didn't realize how wasted Dani was. But we go to the bar and I guess it all hit her at this point. So we're at the bar and it's dark and the lights are flashing.
Dark, yeah.
And I go up to her while she's at the bar about to get a drink. And I like tap on her shoulder to say like, I want whatever. And she looks at me and she's like, who are you again?
On the first
Like, she
night
literally
of hanging out.
did not recognize me. I just, she was
In my
so
mind, like,
blacked out.
yeah, the lights
She was
were
so
off
blacked out.
and
She
no
didn't
one
see
was
me.
home.
She saw against a stranger in that moment.
Yeah. And I woke up the next morning afraid. I was like, I was afraid. I was like, oh, I made myself look like such a fool. Like,
Yeah, you thought the friendship was over.
the anxiety had gotten the best of me. And I was like, I feel like you were messaging me. You were like, oh, what a fun night. That was great. I was like, yeah, just like the anxiety had taken over. I was like, wow, she's still messaging me. Like, I thought that was it. I thought you were going to be like, who the hell is this person?
No.
Like, I don't want her in my life, which is such a good transition into what we're going to talk about today.
Yes.
But I was like, no, this is the start and the end.
That's
like, this is the beginning and the end of this friendship. But
No,
it was really just the beginning. Yeah, it's
Literally.
because I didn't know you that well. Again, because it was our first night of like hanging out outside of work. And I feel like
Yes.
that's like how you present yourself in the workplace, at least for myself, like is going to be different than how you act out on the town or like in any social situation. So I was so grateful. And that was just the
It
beginning.
just made me love you more. I was like, this is so
This is who I
hysterical.
am.
This is iconic. This is so fun.
Icon.
It was the perfect start too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of friendships, and speaking of gal pals,
Yeah.
what are our favorite girlfriends, girls, gays, and theys? What are our favorite friendships in the media?
I know for myself, my favorite one is Alana and Abby from Broad City, which is right here in New York City.
In the Big Apple.
Love her, love them. Such a dynamic duo.
Yeah,
I
they're
love them.
iconic. That is a really good one.
It's my favorite. I watched it I watched it during COVID, and that's just like one of my favorite TV shows ever. I just think it's so good. It's so
Yes.
like creative, well thought out, and just like the dynamic, like the chemistry, which obviously isn't romantic chemistry, but just like the true girl friendship. I love it. It's amazing.
That's so amazing. What about you, Tyler?
Well, obviously, like Sex in the City is like the most like iconic one. I feel like that's what comes to mind first. But now that I was thinking about it, I was thinking about like my favorite show of all time, and I am thinking about Pose.
Yes.
And just like all the women in Pose, just how empowering they are with one another and like iconic they are.
Yes.
And,
Definitely.
I just love their friendship and just like how powerful they all are. And yeah, that comes up for me too.
There's so many different friendships for so many different eras.
So
Because so much of like growing up when I would watch Full House and I would watch DJ and Kimmy.
Yes.
I was Kimmy. Like I was showing up. I was Kimmy Gibbler to maybe a problematic extent. Like I would be knocking on every single door to try and hang out with someone. Like just go bike around or whatever. I loved that friendship growing up. I loved also Sam and Carly in iCarly.
I didn't even think about that.
Them growing up. I thought their friendship, that was one of the friendships that I would see on camera and I would be like, damn, I'm
like
such
you
a
guys right
such
now,
a Sam. I'm such a Sam.
Yes.
And I was always the one, I'm always the one that's like eating, being the fool, being funny and like
No,
goofy.
absolutely. But I
Yeah.
feel like by being that way, you attract that type of friendship in real life.
No,
like not
for
in the
sure.
And I feel like it's which is kind of sad to say, but like those types of friendships, while they're amazing, it's kind of like rare. And once you have it, it's like it's just the best.
100%.
It's the best. I feel like I don't know if it's because of like the world we live in now, but I feel like quality friendships, it takes a lot of work, but once you have it, it's like
Amazing.
truly the most amazing
Beautiful thing.
Yeah, especially between women.
Yes.
Or it's like, honestly, I'm at the point in my life where it's the most treasured, like my most treasured thing in my life at this point, and probably will be forever because it just is so consistent and so empowering. And so I just feel like I've never been so true to myself the way I'm true to myself with you two and all of my girlfriends. And I'm so beyond lucky.
That's what I love about being a woman and watching like shows and movies and media, because you can tell if a woman has written something for females or a man has written something for females, or like so vice versa. And I feel like Shonda Rhimes has the best writing for female friendships. Like Christina and Meredith in Grey's Anatomy, like there's so many moments where they're dancing or they're crying or they're just like, they're just having real girl talk. And it's like, that's what real talk is for us. And I completely think that just having friends are the most beautiful, some of the most beautiful relationships ever. Like I just love it. I love that we can go out, be ourselves, and not, because so many places we don't feel seen or we don't feel heard. Like the workplace, there were so many points. Like I've worked over 10 jobs by now and have been working since I was 14 years old. And I was just looking at a picture of myself working in a restaurant today, like, and stuff when I started. And I was like, oh my gosh, it was such a male dominated behind the scenes place where I definitely did not feel comfortable or safe. But every single busser I worked with and every single waitress I worked with was female identifying. And that was something that always made me feel so much comfort. And they were all best friends with one another. And that, I remember, that is like what kept me at that restaurant. And for as long as it did.
Right.
And I shouldn't have been there as long as I did. But I feel like it's stuff like that I always come back to. It's like those types of relationships you're always going to go back to no matter what. Yeah, I just love it. And I do love a lot of ways that so many friendships are put on screen. Yeah, I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, I think that the prevalence of how much we see female friendship on screen now is so much more than it used to be. Right. And so much more like real. Like Pen 15. Yeah, the girls in Pen 15. Like that is so relatable, that experience. Like that was Emily, Sergi, and I. Like totally Emily, Sergi, and I. Yes. Like at that age, just like trying to like just doing all of our firsts together. Like getting out, which like is beautiful. Drinking and smoking weed and like toys and kissing and just like literally just like figuring out all of that, those transformative moments together.
I think that I like completely think that that's so true. I think in the past, there's never been any type of media that has shown actually like the transformation of what being a woman means. True. And like the relationships we have to all like to ourselves and our bodies and our thoughts and the realness that comes with it. Like in Pen 15, I always think of them like still playing with dolls, and you're at such different developmental points. Right. Like, when we were younger, it was always just like the girl that has her shit together and the girl that doesn't, and they're best friends. But now, like as I've grown and as I now watch media, but like I'm like, oh my gosh, the sex lives of college girls, like those girls, like that point in your life, you're not fully developed in your brain. And when you're in college, you're learning so many new things, and people are on all different levels. It reminds me of middle school a little bit. Yeah, just this second middle school for us. Like
so true. So true. Oh, it's so relevant.
Yeah, like I feel like second puberty. Like it's happening around like that age. Yes. Like early 20s, like you go through like that second puberty of just like body changing, and I feel like you could get more into your sexuality and like are just like going through a transformative period. So yeah, it almost is like a second middle school.
It feels like it in a lot of ways.
Yeah, no, definitely. I feel like there's been a huge like pivot in the media of representing women and women's stories. And it's great. I feel like we need more. And I think it's going to become more because that's what people want. People don't want to see cis white men all the time. Like we have enough of that. Yeah. We're good. So I really hope we get more in the media. I think we will.
Do you have like a moment of like being like, oh my gosh, like womanhood and like girlfriends are just like the most beautiful thing? Like, does one moment like pop into your head in particular?
Ooh. I'm trying to think. There's so many, but I feel like a lot of the friendships that I currently have are friendships that have lasted so long. Like some of my friends, we go back since middle school, high school. Not that time is always like the biggest factor of like a quality friendship. Sometimes friendships like fizzle out, which is valid. That happens.
Right.
But I just feel like the value that the friends that I have, it's just amazing. 2 months ago, you were part of this. 2 months ago, we did a Galentine's Day party. It was just like 10 of us.
So fun.
So fun. It was just like such a good night. And there's never any like jealousy or like comparisons. It's just like female friendship, love and like appreciation and respect. And I feel like respect goes such a long way. And yeah, I feel like friendships that are just based on just like good vibes and like no jealousy, like that's the best.
Yes.
It doesn't get better than that, in my opinion.
I feel like I knew I loved you because I remember like you say this all the time, like women are never my competition. I'm never a competition with a woman.
No.
And like, that's really how it feels like everyone showed up to that party dressed so differently. Like there was no copy and paste of anyone. Like everyone,
And no
really
judgment either.
showed up and exactly as themselves and little vibe and just everyone brought a little sparkle to that party.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like just because of the different ways people grow up, and it's no one's fault necessarily, but you'll see different, and you even see this in the media of like friendships that are so based on like jealousy and anger and resentment, and like it really does carry out, which is so sad, because I feel like everyone has gone through a friendship like that, which so I feel like sometimes you just have to like go through it to grow through it to know what it's like. It's just like a part of it's like that second puberty. It's like just learning about different people. But I will say like the quality friendships that I have that are based off of us wanting the best for each other. Wow. Like it just doesn't get better than that. And honestly, for me, like I feel so fulfilled by my female friendships. I feel like it sets the standard for dating and like things like that so high. Like the bar is so high because of the quality of friendships and like the fulfillment in my life.
Absolutely.
For me.
Yes, like I know the way I deserve to be loved based off of the way you love me and you love me and Sarah loves me and like my other girlfriends love me. Like I literally, that's like how I know I deserve to be loved and like how, and you all give me the safety, and I hope I give you all the safety to love yourselves just as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's just like all of us like pour equally into one another's cup. Like I never feel more empty after leaving you all. I always feel more filled. I always feel better after spending time with all of you.
I feel the same.
And my girlfriends. Like
It's really empowering.
It is.
And really beautiful. I think that there's also this, just being in society alone, like there is the whole patriarchy factor of it all, but I do feel that a lot of women are pinned against one another, and I like think that like we just need to be supporting one another and building each other up and growing with one another. And what you said about relationships is just so, what you both said about relationships is just so true. I think that we see too many times friends going through things with a partner, and you know they're being disrespected and not treated right, and you as a friend try your best to navigate that. And that's a really hard thing as a friend to watch your friend go through.
Yeah.
And that's a really, really a painful experience being a friend that loves so hard on the other side, right? It's very hard when you're blinded by relationships, of course, but I feel like that they have seen what good friendships are. So why are you still with someone that is treating you like that? Because if I was ever to treat you like that, you would not be my friend. Right? So why are you with a partner like that?
I think that happens a lot with like women friendships. I think there's a lot of people who definitely allow partners, especially men, to treat them a certain way, but and put more effort into romantic relationships than they do with like female friendships. And it's really disheartening to see when you watch someone like allow someone to treat a friend, to allow a partner to treat them a certain way. But then if a friend treated them a certain way, like they would cut them off in a second. And that's just like what you said, it's just the patriarchy, like pinning us against one another and putting more value on romantic relationships than friendships, when really it should be the other way around. Like you should always have your own people, your own team. And so should your partner. They should have their own friendships and their own safe spaces. So then you two are able in a romantic relationship to love one another and not put your all into just one person. Like it's just not healthy when people put their all into just a romantic partner.
No, definitely.
I'm curious, Dani, what are your go-to songs when you're getting together with the ladies, getting together with all of your friends?
Ooh, that's a good question. Okay, I'm trying to think. Lee Cyrus moment. I feel like she's been popping off lately.
Yes.
I feel like you have songs that like you, Crystal and Mary pop off to. And I feel like you have songs when like that like you pop off to with us.
Oh, so
like I feel like the three of you had a song that you were like asking me to put on. And the three of you like
Bad Bunny. I'm trying to remember.
Yes.
I feel like it was like a
it might have been Grimes, which is so like love her work. Love her. There's just so many. What about you?
Oh my gosh, there's so many, but
Shania.
Man, I feel like a woman.
That's
Man, I feel like woman is the shit. But
the moment.
That's
like the womanhood. Like let's all get together. Let's uplift each other. Let's support one another. That's the song.
It is.
I want to dance with somebody too.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Really,
Whitney Houston
really gets me.
Yeah.
I love Whitney.
All of her music.
All of her music, really.
She wrote it for the girls, I feel.
Yes.
I hope.
Yes.
I know.
100%.
I think so too.
She must have.
I think so too. People have it twisted with of what that song is supposed to be about.
No, right? I really I always feel like it's like a feminist anthem for me. I'm ready to dance with my ladies.
Yeah.
Like, wild and crazy. What about you, girl?
That's a good one. Well, of course, like any Renaissance is gonna get me going.
Who Run the World?
Yeah, Who Run the World. Sorry by Beyonce. Is like a big one for like Destiny and I.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that we have popped off to.
One that I love is Dog Days Are Over too. I feel like that's
That's a good answer.
Yeah,
That's a good answer.
So you are a world traveler too. Do you want to kind of tell the pod like places that you travel to?
Sure. I literally just a few days ago got back from Guatemala, which was amazing. Oh my God. I just kind of picked a location to go because with my job, we get a spring break and I just wanted to go somewhere different and fun. And I just had the best time. I went by myself, not really knowing much about the country, just seeing what I've seen off of TikToks and YouTube videos and things on Instagram. And it just ended up being the most amazing time. I had so much fun.
That's incredible.
And
What's your relationship to media while you're traveling?
ooh, okay. So it's funny that you should say that because back in January, I went to Cuba, which was also amazing. I feel like every place I go, I'm like, it was amazing. It was great. I don't have a lot of bad things to say about other places. But while I was there, everything was banned as far as media. Like we could not access TikTok. We could not access Snapchat, and like a lot of things on the internet were not available, and there was hardly any Wi-Fi or data. Like the limited Wi-Fi that we did have, we would just use to like check in with our family and friends, and like we didn't get a lot of time. And I feel like it's crazy because when you don't have like when you have it every day and it's like, oh, okay, this is like fine, it's all here for me. But when you don't have it, it's like, whoa, I feel so disconnected from the world, which is nice. Another thing that I want to say is that I feel like the way that people portray certain places, for example, when I told my parents that I was going to Guatemala, they were like, oh, you're going to die. Like that, you know, you're going to be taken away. You're going to. And there was just a story a few months ago of this girl who went there. Her body disappeared, which is so sad. And so people see that and they're like, oh, that's going to happen to you too. And like, that couldn't be farther from the truth. I mean, obviously I feel so sad for that girl and her family and the friends that she was traveling with. That's horrible. But I felt so safe the entire time, and I was alone the whole time. Now, obviously, you're still going to like take the precautions that you would back at home. You know, you want to be aware of your surroundings, but I felt so safe. If anything, I felt safer there than I would have here in the US. But it's just so interesting that people have this idea in their head where they're like, oh no, if you go there, you're going to die. You're going to get kidnapped. It's like, you have to ask those people, it's like, well, what horrible experience happened to you in that place? And it's like, oh, right, you've never been there. So, yeah, I just feel like the media portrays certain places in ways that are just not correct.
Yes.
You do not let fear stop you from experiencing life. And that's so admirable. And I think more people should live that way because those are just small snippets of every single day people are living there and having a beautiful life in places. And of course, there's like politically a lot of issues in some places and people do really struggle, but you want to experience and to appreciate different cultures, and you're not going to let fear from the media stop you from doing that.
Definitely. That's amazing.
So after I graduated from college, I spent a year, like a year and a half, traveling abroad and working abroad and volunteering abroad, just anything that would continue stretching my money as far as it could go. And then I came home right before COVID, which the timing was perfect. And so some of my favorite places I've been, I would say, are Thailand. Just amazing. So beautiful there. Also Japan. I did a semester abroad in Australia, which was amazing. So far away, but so much fun. It was now like, how long ago? It was like 7 years ago. And I feel like it really like changed the like projection of my life. I feel like traveling is beneficial. You guys both know. It's just so beneficial. I feel like it does so much good then versus bad. And like you said, it's like you can't let the fear not let you go because then you'll never go anywhere. You'll never do anything to like
and you've made so many beautiful girlfriends on your way of traveling.
Yeah, one of my
from so many different.
Yeah, so from that semester abroad, I met one of my close friends who we end up like meeting up in different parts of the world. We've met in Malaysia and Morocco and recently Peru last summer. So I feel like you definitely can make really deep connections, female connections while you're away. I think that's like
amazing.
one of the best parts, in my opinion, about traveling and experiencing new cultures is that, yeah, these people live so far away and their cultures are so much different than my own traditions. But like at the end of the day, we really can like connect on just like a human level, even though our countries are so different. Yeah, I think that's like the best part about it.
It's amazing. So beautiful. It's so beautiful. Amazing. Last question. So sad.
I know it went so fast.
Fast. Well, do you have any recommendations? Are you watching anything, listening to anything, favorite movies, shows?
Okay, well, the first podcast that I've been listening to a lot is, of course, Act and Analyze. I love it. Have to shout it out. And so I've been listening a lot to the Steve Lacy album, Gemini Rights. I have been obsessed. I can't stop. I've been listening to the new Vampire Weekend songs, and I think their new album comes out literally in a few days.
Oh, yes.
I've been listening to Two Door Cinema Club, early 2010s. That's like my favorite genre of music is like early 2010s, like twee. I don't know if that's the right, like indie pop. I eat it up. I love it. As far as movies, I just watched Bottoms. Love it. Talk about a good female friendship.
Yeah.
So good.
Iconic.
So good. I can't stop watching Everything Everywhere All at Once. I feel like it's been hyped up so much. And like for the right reasons, in my opinion.
Yes.
It's just so good. It deserved every award that it won last year. Well, Dani, thank you so much. This is so fun.
So excited to have a proper city night together.
Yes.
I will remember both of your names throughout the night. So no worries.
You better not. I hope you forget our names.
Yeah.
We love you. Thank
Okay. Welcome to Maggie's Mary Munches.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm feeling Delulu. What I really am munching on with some media is what I watched this week was pretty interesting. It's called The Haunted Mansion. It's based off that Disney ride in Disney World. I've been on it a couple times.
Tower of Terror.
No, it's called the Haunted Mansion.
Oh.
You've never been on that ride?
No.
Wait, really? It has that weird like black chair. Well, whatever. I'm not a Disney adult, so I can't go deep down that path. You can't go there right now. But it actually is so good for a Disney movie. It's spooky, scary. I think it's PG-13.
Oh.
So yeah, there's definitely like a lot of like adult, like, I don't know. It's a fun movie. It's a fun movie.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Viewer discretion is advised. But you know what I love about it? There's no gore. So you can eat while watching the movie.
Oh.
And it's funny. So what I recommend to pair with that is a grilled cheese and tomato bisque. I love a grilled cheese. I'm going to be bold. I'm going to say you have to put American on your grilled cheese.
Oh.
I don't like anyone that puts the white cheese on grilled cheese.
So the yellow American cheese.
Yeah. No. Oh, not the white American grilled cheese.
The skim milk version.
Yeah, that's nasty. Ooh. Or anyone who's putting like provolone or Swiss on your grilled cheese, get out. Leave. Colby Jack.
Tomatoes.
Colby Jack is okay. Colby Jack is fine. I'll accept Colby Jack.
Mm-hmm.
But not even a white cheddar. It's not gonna melt good. Not high melting content. Like a cheddar's fine, but like it's not gonna melt nice like an American.
Mm-hmm.
And with that tomato bisque, the tomato bisque is what makes the star of the show.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. Like you could just make toast and butter and dip it in tomato bisque. Like, that is my shit. Though.
Sounds great.
Yeah, and the movie is long. Like it's long, and I feel like you need something long to eat it with. Like it's not like Dani and I had to finish in bed because we were like, oh my god, this is long. but it was so good we didn't want to stop watching it. Tiffany Haddish is in it. I think she's my favorite in it. She's iconic. Oh my gosh. It really does have a star-studded cast too. Owen Wilson is in it and he's really random in it, but I really like the energy he's giving. Because the last thing I saw him in was Marley and Me.
That's like such I wasn't expecting you to say Marley and Me.
Wait, the last thing I saw him in was Loki. But
Yeah, I was like, wait, I saw him in something sooner than that.
But I watched Marley and Me recently and I ended it 10 minutes before the ending.
That's smart.
Yeah, because I can't do that. So, yeah. And I would say my second pairing, because we really chatted about all of our friendships today, is New Girl. And watch some New Girl with a pint of beer, with a pint of cider, a pint of seltzer, a pint of Diet Coke, a bubbly bev, a bubbly bev. I think that, and like watch it with friends and giggle. Who do you most identify with in the cast of New Girl?
I feel like I'm a mix of Cece
Yeah.
and Winston.
Yes. I would like agree with that.
Yeah,
I get
feel
that.
like I'm a good like combo of them.
Yeah.
Who would
I
you
love
say
that.
you are?
I feel like I'm actually a combination of, okay, so when I first met Danny, he said I reminded him of Zooey Deschanel in New Girl specifically. Not Zooey Deschanel at all, like herself, but like just you know,
Your
her,
quirkiness.
my quirkiness. But when I watched the show again, I really feel like I identify with Nick.
I feel like your like mannerisms are Nick,
Yes.
and your mannerisms are Nick, and like your sarcasm that like comes out of you sometimes. But I definitely see Jess.
I'm more Jess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really good mix though, because like I wouldn't say you're quirky, but like you have like that like brash side that Nick does too.
And messiness.
Yeah.
I feel like Jess is chaotic in a really quirky, fun, cute way. Like, which comes out of me sometimes, but most of the time it comes out of me in like, and that's Nick.
Yes, it is.
That's my medium munches.
Yum, yum, yum,
Yum.
Welcome to Tyler's Take Care of Yourself tip, where I give you a tip to take care of yourself. So, we are talking a lot about female friendships and friendships in general, and just like the way that I feel with you and with Danny and with Sarah and some of my other friendships where I just feel so like my cup is so filled after leaving all of you. Like I always leave feeling better than how I showed up.
Yeah.
And my tip is to check in with yourself after you hang out with people or you go out with people or just spending time with people in general. It could be friends, family, your work environment, and check in each time you spend time with people to see, are you leaving feeling better than how you showed up or worse than how you showed up? And if you're feeling worse than how you showed up, reevaluate the people that you're spending time with and see if those are people that are really benefiting you. Because there's so many people in the world and making friendships is everlasting and rebuilding and growing in friendships is everlasting. So, yeah, check in, see how you're feeling. And with the friends that leave you feeling better than how you showed up, show them some extra love. Send them a text or write them a letter. I know that was like my first take care of yourself tip, but you can do it again. Or like give them a hug. Or like go have a night out with them and just like express your gratitude to them.
Yes. I love that.
Yeah.
That's always the best. Something you taught me is you have to set boundaries and be around the people that make you feel good,
Mhm.
you know?
Absolutely.
I think that's really important. And just always surround yourself with people that make you feel good.
Mhm. Exactly.
Oh,
And give yourself the love that your friends give you. You deserve it.
yes.
And that's my take care of yourself tip.
Take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself.
Welcome to Cravings Corner. What are you craving? Is it a food, a feeling, a person, a place, a thing,
A moment.
a moment? What are you craving? What are you craving, Tyler?
I am craving. I just feel like things have just been like really off track lately. Like
Mm-hmm.
I I just feel like I've been feeling like gray and foggy and like confused and just like off balance. Like my period's just really throwing me off track. And then the
Yes.
earthquake happened today.
Yeah, that was
Like
bold.
it was just like,
Mother Earth said,
yeah, Mother
We're-
Earth like shook us around, shook me around even more than I was already shaken.
mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm craving just like feeling balanced,
Mm-hmm.
feeling a little off balance.
I get that. I get that. Because you know what I'm craving? I'm craving normalcy in this weather. I'm
Mhm.
craving Mother Nature to please
Yes.
just give me a break. It's my first week from working from home and it rained every day. What am I supposed to do? How am I
Mhm.
supposed to smell the fresh air? Like, one thing my therapist told me, he was like, make sure you're getting outside
Yes.
and enjoying the fresh air. Well, guess what? I couldn't do that this week.
Mhm.
But I did on my birthday, which was nice. It didn't rain on my birthday, but it rained every day after that. And then all of a sudden to end the week with an earthquake, that's so wild and
I know.
unhinged.
I know.
But I mean, I don't blame her for being mad at us. We're ruining her as a society. It's horrible.
Mhm.
So I don't blame you, Mother Nature, but I'm just craving some normal weather.
Right.
And I just want to go outside and like have, you know, just a sweatshirt on and some pants on and just walk around the neighborhood.
Yeah, like we had such a nice walk last week.
Yes.
Like that weather was perfect. But
perfect.
the good thing is that we will be in Charlotte and the weather's going to be in like the 70s.
I know.
And it's going to be sunny and we will get away and hopefully we come back and the weather is more normal.
Yeah, she'll fix herself by then.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I'm craving. I think we're both craving very similar things. I definitely
Definitely.
agree with you.
I feel like that's part of feeling off balance is like the weather's hot, cold, rainy, sunny. Like,
And the rain was cold this week.
yes.
Whereas like 2 weeks ago when it rained, or not even, it rained for like 3 days in a row 2 weeks ago, and that rain was warm. So I don't know what's happening here.
Mm-hmm.
The wind is windy.
Yes.
I'm not a fan of wind. That's probably my least favorite type of weather
Oh,
is
really?
wind. Yeah, I hate wind. I would prefer it to rain than it to be really, really windy.
Mm-hmm. So then the combination was just
Was
like,
really, really threw me.
yeah.
Like, I mean, it sounded crazy outside the one night. I was like, whoa, this is wild.
Mhm.
But yeah. But I do feel grateful that I do have the privilege to work from home and don't have to be commuting
Yes.
like that, because
Yes.
that was definitely a struggle for a lot of New Yorkers this week, was the
Mhm.
commute. So my heart goes out to you all. And that's also why I'm craving this. I'm craving this for you all. So I'm
Yeah.
being generous.
Exactly. You're so generous. You're a generous girl. But yeah, it was such a fun episode
Such a fun
today.
episode.
Talking about girl friendship
Mhm.
and just the love for girlfriends. And
It's amazing.
I just love you.
I love
and
you.
I love this. And I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode of Act and Analyze.
Yes. Remember to follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Subscribe to us on YouTube at Act and Analyze Podcast.
And rate us 5 stars.
Please.
And share with anyone you love. Please.
Please.
We love you.
And we love you.
See you next week.
See you.
Bye.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Mwah.